I'm not great when it comes to continuing the stuff or finishing something I start. I'm not good at it. I just usually do it for a little bit and then throw it out. I was gonna make a joke, but then I figured it'd be too inappropriate. Maybe in the bloopers. Maybe I'll put it in the bloopers. Maybe. Hey guys, I'm back! Oh my god, I'm excited. I'm making a second video. Wow, I'm super grateful and thankful for all the positivity and support I got on my last video. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me, and just thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So today, as you can tell by the title, this is a story time video. And no, the title is not clickbait. This actually happened, and just let me explain how and why. I feel like the why is more important. So this happened back in like the 7th or 8th grade. I don't really remember. But basically at school we got a new bus driver, and a lot of people were kind of iffy about it because our old bus driver was pretty chill. He wasn't like super awesome or anything, but like we liked him. He was a cool guy. So this new guy comes in and we're just like, who is this person? Now, for the sake of this story and protecting privacy and all that, I'm not going to say his real name, so I'm just gonna give him a fake name, like, I don't know, Bob. Let's go with Bob, okay? It's the first name that came to mind. So, one day, Bob starts driving the bus, and we're all just kind of like, okay, whatever, it's fine. Eventually, we start really liking Bob, because he was really laid back. He didn't really care if we broke the rules. He let us run up and down the aisle on the bus while it was moving, which was actually kind of dangerous now that I think about it. Yeah. And also, every Friday he would give us candy when we get off the bus, or even on the bus. Like, he wouldn't care if we ate on the bus. He would just give us candy on Fridays. That was like the best part of the week. So we all pretty much really liked Bob. There was nothing wrong with him. And I really liked him too. Until I started finding reasons not to. And they started off with little things, like not really going the speed limit, or kind of like just driving slightly reckless, or, you know, just not paying attention to a stop sign, little things like that. But eventually they started getting a little bit more annoying, I guess would be the right word. And by this I mean, like, he would forget kids' bus stops. Like, we'd be driving home and he would just skip over a bus stop completely, or just forget the kid is on the bus, or just, I don't know, oftentimes there would be days where we'd have to turn around and like redo the entire bus route just because we missed a kid, and it took us forever to get home a lot of the time. And this actually happened to me more than once. I remember the first day of school, I was waiting for the bus, and let me see if I can explain this. So I lived in kind of like a cul-de-sac. It's not really a cul-de-sac, but it was like a loop. It was like, I don't know how to explain this. So like the main road was like here, and I lived here, and the road went like that. So I would come out every day and wait for the bus here on the road. And the bus would normally like go up that way, go in the loop, pick me up, and go back on the main road. And yeah, that's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, right? Not that difficult, not that complicated. So I was waiting on the first day of school, I was waiting for the bus, and I just see the bus drive by on the main road, and I'm just standing there watching the bus like he just completely missed me. He didn't even turn in the loop. He just completely went, like, just avoided the street altogether. And I had to call my dad and be like, yeah, the bus didn't pick me up. And he was like, are you sure you didn't miss it? Are you sure it's not late? And I'm like, no, Dad, I watched the bus drive past me. So he had to come pick me up and drive me to school that day, which he wasn't very pleased about, and it was not the last time that happened. One time Bob actually just drove straight past me, like he came in the loop, but he just didn't pick me up. He just drove straight past me. So that was kind of like the first real red flag that I got. It was on the first day of school. I should have known better. And then it started getting a little bit weirder. Like I remember one day we were driving to school and we were almost there and we felt a giant like bump as though we had hit something or like run over something, and we didn't know what it was, and the bus driver just kept going, like he didn't stop. So we looked at the back of the bus and we realized that he had run over a basketball and just completely flattened it. Like it was flat, completely flat. It was just flat. So that was another like, what? I don't know what this man was doing. I don't know. So at this point, I was kind of not Bob's biggest fan anymore. It was just kind of little things that piled up. However, what finally put me over the edge to fully not liking him was just a combination of things that happened on one day. One day. That one day scarred me for life, okay? For life. So one day we were driving home from school and my stop was the last stop on the bus route, and there was this other kid who was at my stop as well. He just lived up the street from me. Even though we had lived up the street, taken the bus, we're in the same class, we didn't talk. Like I don't remember having a conversation with this kid ever, like at all. At all. So we were the only two people left on the bus, and suddenly Bob turns onto a street that I don't recognize, and my first instinct is just like, oh, it's probably just a shortcut or a detour or something. Like I didn't think anything of it. Then suddenly the bus stops and I look up and notice that Bob is standing and getting off the bus, and he's just like, oh, I'm sorry, it's just I have to pick up something real quick. And he gets off the bus and goes into what I now see is a really sketchy ass looking convenience store that we were parked by. And I'm like, what? Like, you are currently doing your job for a school with children on your bus, and you have to go pick up, I don't know, milk? Like, you don't do that. Who does that? Okay? Who does that? And me, being my paranoid little child self, I started panicking, okay? I started freaking the F out, okay? I was not okay in this moment. Like, my brain immediately went to, oh my god, he's going to be the drug dealer. Oh my god, he's kidnapping us. Oh my god, he's going to do something. Oh my god, we're gonna die. Like, my head just immediately went to all these worst case scenarios, and I started freaking out, panicking, and then all of a sudden he just came back onto the bus with a plastic bag. I don't know what was in the bag, but he just came on the bus, closed the door, and started driving off as though nothing had happened. Meanwhile, I was just kind of like, are we not gonna acknowledge this? Like, seriously. What? So by the time we get to my neighborhood, I have just calmed down enough that I'm not shaking anymore, and we're about literally around the corner from my bus stop, maybe 30 seconds away from my bus stop, and this guy once again pulls over to the side of the street and stops the damn bus, and I'm like, what are you gonna do now? Go chase a squirrel? Like, there's no convenience stores. There's nothing. We're 30 seconds away from my house. All you see is houses and woods, and that's it. There's nothing here. What the heck could you possibly be doing pulling over the damn bus? And he says, I'm really sorry, guys. I can't hold it in any longer. I have to use the bathroom. So he opens the door and pees out the door of the bus onto the curb. I'm just sitting there in absolute shock, not really knowing what to do or say in this moment, because I'm just like, what is happening? Like, what is this? Like, who in their right mind would, like, I can't even fathom what would bring a person to piss out the door of a school bus with children sitting in the back. Like, what? What? So he finishes his business and he comes back on the bus, closes the door, and drives maybe the 0.5 seconds to my bus stop and lets us off the bus. The kid behind me gets off the bus first, and I am going to get off the bus, and because it's Friday, Bob decides to hand me a piece of candy with the hands that he just used to do his business. I politely decline, wish him a good weekend, and get off the bus and bolt it back to my house, where I have to explain to my mother why I'm 45 minutes late getting home from school. So I tell her everything that happened, and she then makes a polite but loud phone call to the bus company. The next day, Bob wasn't driving the bus, or the day after that, or the day after that, or ever again, really. So yeah, I may have ruined a man's career by telling on him to my mother. But come on, I was 13. Give me a break, okay? I mean, the man peed out the door of the bus. What was I supposed to do? Not tell somebody? But yeah, we lost him, but we gained who I think is the best bus driver we ever had. So anyone who's watching who was taking my bus back then, you're welcome. I'm the reason we got our bus driver. Congratulations. You're welcome. I don't know. So yeah, that's the story of how I got my bus driver fired. Yeah. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Also, if you want to see more of me, that'd be pretty cool. If you did, hit subscribe. Once again, I'm so grateful for all the support on my last video. Let's see if I can get the same amount of support on this one. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Let's try this again. Okay. Take 2. Wheeler had like the I can't talk. I can't talk. Stop talking. Thought I saw people in my backyard. That was creepy. This is a family friendly. No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay, gotta go. Bye.